I just built 3 different websites using Claude Code. I have 0 experience in website building, 0 experience in coding, and 0 experience in design. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you could vibe code your own websites using Claude Code and deploy them live all in one video. We're going to be going from 0 to vibe coded websites from complete scratch. No templates, no Figma designs, no prior design experience needed. It's going to be your complete guide to building beautiful looking websites that don't look vibe coded using Claude Code. If you've vibe coded websites in the past or maybe hired someone to vibe code for you, this is always what these vibe coded websites look like. They look exactly the same. If they're cookie cutter, they use the same fonts, colors, especially these boxes with these emojis. They're always a dead giveaway that something was vibe coded. How can we turn something like this, which honestly does not look great and is a thing of the past, into something that looks like this, which was also vibe coded, but it looks more professional, more modern, and it looks like something that a professional website agency actually put together. Again, we're going to do this all with prompting, no code, just English into Claude Code, and you're going to get something like this, and you can deploy it live to use it as well. So to start vibe coding these websites within Claude Code, we first need to set up and install Claude Code. Don't be intimidated by the word code here. Even if you're not a technical person like myself, it's not hard at all to set up. Just go to the quick start guide at this URL right here, and they have a step-by-step guide on exactly how to download, install, and run Claude Code. All right. Now, when these websites are being built in this video, I'm going to give you guys 2 examples. First is we're going to head to the terminal and build one website there. The second is we're going to head to VS Code, which is Visual Studio Code, says it in the name, which is another way to vibe code these websites. It just gives you a more pretty interface to work with, especially if you're a marketer and you're a non-technical person. This allows you to organize your thoughts a little bit better. So make sure you stick around until the end so you could see the different ways to visualize what we're doing when we're vibe coding these websites using Claude Code. So to go from these poor looking vibe coded websites to the vibe coded websites of the future that look very nice, we need to download the secret sauce. And this is a plugin. This plugin is going to allow you to build amazing looking websites with really no work. It's really this simple. We're going to go open Claude Code. We're going to install this plugin, and then we're going to start vibe coding the websites. Again, it's really that simple. So the first thing I'm going to want you to do is hit Command Space and type in terminal. I'm on a Mac, but feel free to follow along. It's going to open the terminal right here. Now we're going to run a command to install the plugin. So this is the plugin right here, Claude plugin install front end dash design. I'm going to hit enter. Boom, it's already installed. And just to verify that it's installed, there's another sort of verification that you could do. Claude plugin list. You're going to hit this, and it's going to show you all the things that you have downloaded. So these are all the different plugins I have right now. And you can see front end design. Boom, it is there. All good to go. After that, we're going to actually launch Claude Code in the terminal. We're simply going to hit Claude, type it in, hit enter, hit yes, trust, and boom, there we go. Now I actually clear some of this. So now we're in Claude Code, as you can see right here, and you can reference your plugin. So if I hit / front end design, boom, you can see it right here, front end design. I'm going to call in that plugin so it knows that we are going to build something that has a nice front end. The front end is the front of the website. It's the thing that actually makes it look pretty. All right. Now it's going to say, what would you like me to build? Give me description, interface, component page, all of those different things. I'm going to copy and paste this prompt in here. And the first thing we're going to be vibe coding within the terminal on Claude Code is a SaaS homepage. By the way, if you want the setup guide for downloading the plugin, making sure it's working correctly, and if you want all of the prompts ready to copy and paste for yourself, that'll be for completely free down in the description. So make sure you grab that. So this is just a fake software company that I came up with. I'm going to hit enter, and just off the bat, you're going to see how powerful this plugin is. Again, no coding experience or design experience. Everything is withheld in this actual plugin. This is going to do the majority of the work. Build me a landing page for AI analytics platform called Insightflow, just made up name. It helps marketing teams track campaign performance in real time, make it feel real, premium, and modern. Obviously, you could change this to whatever you want, like a company that's raised a Series B, so a company that's raised a lot of money. So we're going to see what it actually does. Also, if you actually really want to get into this, you go into plan mode, and this will allow you to plan out what you want your website to look like. If you want a more advanced website with multiple landing pages, multiple different navigation pages, embedding calendars and things of that nature. So you can plan, and then execute on that plan. This will also burn through less tokens as you use Claude Code. So I'm going to be back when this actually vibe codes, and we're going to see the result it gives us. Usually what it gives us is an HTML file. Then we could visualize this in something like Google Chrome, and then give it feedback, go back and forth until we have something that's beautiful and easy to create. And while this is going, make sure you stick till the end where I show you how to take these HTML files that Claude Code is generating, which is the website, and actually host them and deploy them. It's super easy. We're going to get to that at the end of the video. This took about 2.5 minutes. Now, what this is 1,500 lines of code in HTML. This is actually what the website looks like in code form. So don't be scared here. It's going to say, can I create a file? I'm going to say, yes, you absolutely can. I'm going to allow all edits just so it doesn't have to keep on asking me. I'm going to hit allow again here. And now, again, I wrote 1,500 lines of code. This is the actual code for the website. And it's going to keep on chugging along to give us a delivered product at the end. All right, a few seconds later, you can see that we have this. So it says, this is the Darks Lux data, the aesthetic of the website it's building. Okay, so give it a name. We have a hero, a logo bar, 6 featured cards, hover trigger. So it should, when you hover over, it should do a gentle lift animation. Cool. Again, I didn't tell it to do any of this. So the front end design plugin is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here. Full dashboard, stats section, testimonials, CTA block, amazing. And then a footer as well. The palette, we have the actual hex code. This is amazing because you could plug in the hex code of your logo and your brand if you already have an established brand. So it could just run with that. Let's go ahead and take the HTML file and visualize it and see how it looks. Can you take this HTML file and open it up on Google Chrome for me so I can visualize the website that you built and give you any feedback if necessary? All right, so what I did here is I basically asked it, I said, hey, can you open up this HTML file for me on Google Chrome so I can visualize the website and give you feedback if necessary? It's going to ask me for permission to open it up on Google. I'm going to say absolutely. It's going to take me over to Google just like that. And boom, there is a vibe coded website, Insight Flow. That's the name I gave it. And let's go through this really quickly. All right, so you could see, like it mentioned, there's a little glow there. I don't know if you could see that little glow going on. So it gives a little bit of depth to the website. Amazing. Can I click on these? No, I can't. So let's note that down as something that we want to be able to do. Okay, this all looks good. Testimonials. Again, it highlights these testimonials very briefly. Looks good. Start a free trial, talk to sales, and then at the bottom as well, this all looks good and it's accurate. 2026. Sometimes the older models would mess it up, but this one didn't. So I'm going to just give it one piece of feedback, and it's going to be for the, let's call it the platform section. So I'm going to go back to the terminal. This all looks amazing. There's one section under platform where there's almost an interactive demo of this site. I would like to be able to click into the different buttons. Right now, it's just a static image and I can't click into anything. Could you write the code so I could actually click into the different parts of this demo under platform and make it more of an interactive experience for the users that come across it so they can visualize what our site looks like? This would get them to book a call more often and maybe become a paying customer for Insight Flow. Beautiful. That's going to do that. I'm just going to hit enter again, and then boom, that's what it's going to do. Again, you could go into plan mode for this and plan a little bit more thoroughly, have everything listed out, and then you could go and like launch it from there. For the sake of this demo, I'm just going to let it do its thing. And let's see how long it takes to actually deliver on this. And let's see how it actually fixes itself over time. I've seen Opus 4.6 in combination with Claude Code does amazing things. Like the reiteration are amazing and you don't have to change it much after like the third or fourth attempt. But let's see what it does. All right, so you can see it just outputted some more code. If you ever see something in green here, it means it's adding on to the previous code. So all of this in green was an addition and anything in red is a subtraction. So the original code it gave us, it removed this one line and it added all this other code, which makes sense because it's adding the code to make the diagram example more dynamic on the page. So it's removing all this in live time. It's removing a bunch of this code as well. So it's keep on working through. Again, don't be scared here. This stuff is all good. The red and green is just telling you what's going on. It's Claude Code's visual way of showing you that it's working towards its goal. I think it's pretty cool. It also makes you feel super high tech when you're doing this stuff. But again, we have written 0 lines of code so far. We have just prompted what we wanted, told it to open it in Google Chrome. Now we're giving it feedback, and that's all there is to it. All right, so now we have ended up on about 2,000 lines of code. The first one was about 1,500. Now it's at 2,000. There's a backlog of all the stuff it did. Now it's asking me to open up Google Chrome so I can look at it again. So I'm going to say, of course, yes, you can. It's going to open it up, and this is the difference. So this is the first one. You can see, can't click on anything. Let's see how it did with this new version. Boom, campaigns, we could click on it. Audience, can we click on these mini ones? Yes, we can. I mean, insane. Again, insane. That was one single line of feedback and it completely did it again. So this is the first version. Again, nothing changed. Second version. Crazy what you could do. All right, this was all vibe coded using natural language in Claude Code. It is really that simple. And again, if you want the more in-depth prompts for this website and all the other websites I'm going to cover right now, they will be down below in the description for completely free. Now, next, I want to switch gears here. Everyone uses a classic website. Like this is a classic website. Let's see if it could create something like a creative portfolio. So somewhere where a street photographer, in this example named Kai, can actually display their work. So again, I'm going to copy this, Control C. But now what I'm going to do is head to something called VS Code. VS Code stands for Visual Studio Code. It's essentially a wrapper on the terminal that allows you to visualize things in a better way. You could empower your Claude Code, or excuse me, your VS Code with Claude Code. So you can see I have a Claude Code extension for VS Code, and this is going to allow us to build the last 2 websites at the very same time. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on Claude Code. I'm going to open up Claude Code within VS Code. Stay with me here again. Super, super simple. So we're going to call in the plugin just like we did in the terminal. So slash front end design, boom. It's going to ask me like, hey, Shaz, what do you want to build? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to paste this. All right. So I'm going to hit paste. Boom. It's going to do that. It's probably ask me for some permissions and things like that. So let's let it do this. But while this is going, this is the insane part. I could open up a second Claude chat and I could put this right to the side. All right. So I could put this over here. So I could have these sort of side to side, like just like you do split screen in like Google Chrome. I'm going to do front end design again. And I'm going to go to the third example we have. So if we go back here, I'm going to scroll down and I have the local business website, which is the last one. So you could even sell this if you wanted to. I'm going to copy this in, copy just like that, go back over to front end design and paste that here. All right. So now we have website 2 and website 3 building at the exact same time. All right. So these are building at the exact same time. The same sort of workflow is going here because again, this is the same as a terminal. It's just a better view on the terminal and allows you to run Claude Code instances at the same time. So I have like 2 monitors right here. I'm able to run like 6 Claude Code chats at the very same time and build insane stuff, right? And if you want more videos on how to use Claude Code, Claude Cowork, AI to market your business, post content, create websites, make sure you drop a subscribe down below. I post videos like this 2 times every single week. So we are going to let both of these run in parallel. We're just going to see what they do. I'm going to be right back to show you the results of the creative portfolio, which is number 2, and number 3, which is your classic local business homepage. All right, so the creative portfolio is done. It just generated the HTML code. It's asking for it to build that file. Boom. Obviously, I'm going to say yes. This one should be doing the same thing soon. So I'm going to let it do that. Now, what it's saying right here is bringing up a plugin called Playwright. Now, you're not going to have that downloaded. So for now, I'm just going to say, let's go without this plugin. This is another powerful plugin that actually allows you to scrape the internet. So Playwright opens up a browser and it actually takes screenshots on your behalf. It's a pretty crazy plugin. Let's just assume you don't have it. Let's just go with the regular HTML for now. So it did this. So this is the actual HTML. If you click on it, it's just going to open up HTML, or it should. So what I'll actually just say is, can you open this up in my browser for me on Chrome? Boom. Hit that. It's going to take me over to Chrome. It's going to ask me for permission, of course. Boom. Here we go. So this is the creative portfolio. As you can see, there are the featured works. All right. Something's clickable. That sort of makes sense at this point. All right. These aren't named properly because this is actually the city I live in and it's not New York. And then just came up with this random guy. So apparently this is Kai. That's pretty funny. Okay, cool. Work, series, and then these are this is pretty cool. Even like the logo up here. Kai says that, like the small details, like that is pretty cool for a logo, honestly. And this is something that a photographer could literally just spin up and use. Let's go back and see if the other one is ready. The other one is ready. So if you see this little blue thing right here, so make sure you guys can see this. This means you have to go in and do some action on your end. And it's asking for something. Okay, cool. I'm going to hit yes. That's what it's calling the local business website, which is demo number 3. I'm going to hit yes. Actually, no. Again, this is the Playwright plugin. I'm going to say no for now, just so we keep everything even. If you guys don't have that, that's okay. And again, I can edit it back and forth. This looks amazing. It's in all black right now. Could we change it to be more of a white theme? Let me know if you have any questions on this. Boom. I'm just gonna give it some feedback for the sake of giving it feedback. I honestly think it crushed it on the first try. I'm gonna say continue here. If you ever see tool interrupted, guys, just hit continue. So I think I interrupted the tool when I was speaking over here. It's okay. So yes. Boom. It's gonna open up this. And there you go. This is the coffee shop in Portland, Oregon, vibe coded websites. All right, there we go. And again, pretty crazy. The layout is amazing. Compare this to the vibe coded websites that maybe you have tried to build or other people are building out there. Doesn't even compare. All right, so that is sort of what you can expect when vibe coding websites using Claude Code. You just need a plugin, you need some natural language, you need an idea of what you want, and you are able to build literally almost anything. I'm gonna hit yes. It's gonna actually, so I'm gonna expand this again, just like in the terminal. It's removing lines of code, adding lines of code. So you can see it's adding colors and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go X here, hit yes. We'll leave it at this. So I'm gonna actually delete this because that worked to perfection. So yes, edit the HTML file. This is the file that the website lives in. Yes again. All right, now I made the changes. I'm gonna hit yes. It's gonna do it again, and there we go. Now it turned from black background, which was here, to a white background. Let me know what you think is better. Oh, I sort of like the white. I thought the black is also good. I don't know. Both equally as impressive, and it even gave an email. Right? I've seen it all. Like, this is pretty crazy for what you could do. Now we've vibe coded 3 websites using Claude Code. It is really that simple. And we have downloaded the .html file. This file is going to now allow us to deploy the website. What I mean by deploy is you could attach the website we just vibe coded to a URL, and you could send that URL to people so they could view your website. There's more complicated ways to go about this. I'm going to show you the most bare bones way that you could do literally right now. So we're going to head over to this website right here. You could see the link right here. Go ahead and navigate there. And you're just going to drag and drop your HTML file into this project. All right. So I'm going to drag it drag and drop it right here. It's going to say to rename it. I'm just going to rename it. That's totally cool with me. I know what I'm dropping in here, and it's going to do its thing. Just don't refresh. It's going to help you deploy. Again, it's going to give you a URL. You can send that URL to other people. This is not going to be a branded domain. This is not going to be your domain. That's for another video. If you want that tutorial, just let me know. This is just the most bare bone version to get it live and get a URL for yourself. So this is the URL. And as you can see, this is a free service with not even a gate on it. So like anyone could do this. So it's not going to give you a clean URL, and it's only going to be live for an hour. But it's a great way to use a lead magnet. It's a great way to impress someone by spinning something up. If you want a more detailed way, you could use it for sell, or there's plenty of other ways to deploy a website online. All right. So that is pretty much anything. It also gave me a password right here. Put the password right here. Boom. There you go. There is the website. So I could say, if I wanted to send this to Kai, let's say I built this for Kai, I could send it to him. I could give him the website, and then he could actually view it on his phone, on his desktop, etc. That is the easiest zero to deployed way that you could possibly do it. Again, if you want a further tutorial of using Vercel or even a paid account here, I would be happy to make that. But that is how we take the vibe coded app to deploying it. You went from zero to vibe coded app to now URL that you could send to people. All right. It is really that simple when it comes to vibe coding. You don't have to overcomplicate it. If you enjoyed this video, and if you want all the free prompts to build these, that'll be in the link down below. If you want a more in-depth starter kit on how you could apply this to your business, all of those templates on building websites, landing pages, creating content, doing marketing, using AI, using Claude Code and other AI tools for your business, that'll be in our paid community down below. I look forward to seeing you in our next video right here that you're going to love, and I will talk to you soon.